Hip Hop Wired. I'm Weso, managing editor, and we got a special conversation. Drake has dropped a 3-part album. He got
Three
Iceman.
pack.
He got three projects. Iceman, Habibti, Maid of Honor. I got the
Mm-hmm.
director of content of the men's division of I1 Hip Hop Wired Cash's album Blanco with me. What's going on, Al?
Peace. What up, we? So how you feeling? How you feeling? How
I'm
you
good,
feeling on
man.
Drake Day?
It's an interesting day because one,
Yeah.
we didn't realize there was going to be 3 albums. We thought it was going to be just one
Mm-hmm.
album. And two, there's
Yeah.
mixed reactions.
Right.
So
Right.
I definitely want us to tap into all 3 of these projects and get our reactions out of this. Before we do that, the rollout, the massive ice blocks, all the shenanigans that went into the projects dropping. How did you
Mm-hmm.
feel about the rollout?
I think the rollout was what you expected from Drake, right? You knew he was coming like down 2 years since the infamous um beef with Kendrick Lamar. Everybody's like, okay, he done drummed up the anticipation about as much as you can in today's hip hop realm of 2 years. That's like 20, might as well be 2 decades, you know what I'm saying? So I expected that he would do like something that would get the people talking, which he did. And I think me and you even talked about this, like, yo, when the day of arrival finally comes, something crazy is gonna happen. And he delivered by delivering 3 albums. I don't think anybody was expecting that. They might have been expecting like a double album or maybe like a mixtape beforehand to tease people, but this, you know what I'm saying? Like this the joint for the streets, here's the proper album. Now he gave you 3 full-length albums. I think the shortest one might be like 35 minutes. So he clearly he was in the lab, he had a lot to work with, and he decided to put out a lot of albums.
And we got some notable disses. Jay-Z got this, Kendrick got this, LeBron got this, Khaled got some shots. How are
Mm-hmm.
we feeling about these shots that have been shot at from these notable people?
Man, I always go back to it's to be expected, right? Like you knew he had all this pent up emotion. Drake is an emotional dude. He's gonna drop you like either subtle disses or blatant joints that there's no question who he's talking about. But I think the consensus on the internet is, and all the convos on the chats and everything is like, yo, this is you kind of harping on you beating on the dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been 2 years. Like, of course, we want bars, but like we want like something fresh. We don't want you to talk about what happened 2 years ago, all these beefs you got. Like, we want to hear new joints. Now, really, I didn't really get that. How about
At
you?
all. At all. At this point, like I was telling you, I think he needs to get some therapy or something because
Right.
there's
And
something
what's
more
crazy, and he
going
does mention having a therapist, but then he's like, yeah, but she looks good. I'm like, yo, fam, like that's not the point, B.
on.
Like
That's
what are you
my
here
point.
for?
Right. You need a new therapist because your mind's not in the right spot. So for the
Yeah,
fact that
yeah.
you're harping on this stuff years later, and then even you sent some shots at Khaled, I understood the message, but I don't know if it
Hmm.
was the right message. So a lot of
Yeah,
this stuff was just like, come on, man, what are we
yeah.
doing?
The Khaled shots, you're gonna get no points for that because like it's Khaled, first of all, right? It's not like he's a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like, and plus, like no matter what you think of Khaled, he did like look out for you. He done put you on mad records. He's been like your biggest, like literally like groupied out for you, with new music, and then you throw shots about him about not speaking on Palestine. It's like, but yo, Drake, like you're a Jewish dude from Toronto, right? You've never spoken on this before. And it's like, have you even had a conversation with Khaled about this? Because Khaled does get a lot of criticism because he is actually Palestinian and he's never said anything about genocide in Gaza. But for you to just throw it on a music out there, not sure if you had a convo with him, like not sure what he's like. I'm not condoning whatever's like Khaled not saying anything, which is a lot of people have criticized him for that, right? But this isn't the way to make that point. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of a diss record, that's not how you make your point.
Absolutely. Let's go down all 3 of the projects. We'll start off with Iceman. Alvin, what are your thoughts about the project? What do you like? What do you don't like?
Like it's the same issue I've had with Drake for years. Like when he's rapping, cool. When he's on singing, the harmonize, and I'm like, eh. Um, for Iceman, it's just more the same, man. It's just more of the same to me. Like I don't know. One record I did like was Too Hard for Radio. That was cool. Um, but then like Firm Friends, like I noticed that Conductor produced that. That was cool. But it's just more of him like explaining, and the term is like if you're explaining, you're losing, right? It's like it's more of the same like animosity. Oh, woe is me, almost like he's playing the victim. It's like, yo, I just want bars.
Yeah. I believe Iceman out of the three is probably the strongest one.
I would agree with that.
Future and Drake getting back together, reunited, I love it. However, the first run through, I really liked the song.
Hmm.
That song did not age well. After the third or
Yeah,
fourth time I listened to it, I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. This,
Yeah.
and then why you got Molly Santana on that? Come on.
Right, right, right. And then you got to consider like the stuff they've done before together in the past. Like it doesn't match up to that, right? So, it's like it's great. For some people are like, yo, why? Like, because Future there, like you got to admit, like Future kind of sparked this every day, right? With the "We Don't Trust You" album, and for them to come back together is kind of weird. But like, okay, you wanna rebuild those bridges, cool. But for the anticipation, because there were rumors that Future and Drake got back together on this record, it didn't really deliver that that you expected for a
Other,
collab from those two.
in my opinion, I feel like everything after "What a Time to Be Alive" has been pretty forgetful when it comes to the collaborations between Future and Drake. In my opinion, I believe Twenty
Yeah.
One Savage and Drake make better music together.
Right,
And this is the thing that boggled my mind.
right,
Why in the world did you not give 21 Savage a verse on that?
right,
You're putting him on a chorus
right,
and one of the
right,
songs
right.
on Iceman. It just didn't make sense for me. And the one
Yeah.
thing I did enjoy that Drake did, I'm not exactly sure to the extent of what this person's contribution was, but on Too Hard for the Radio, he pulled this young artist, and I've talked to you about him before. His name's Kari. He's from the Bay. He's from Oakland, to be
Hmm.
exact. And
Right.
he pulled him in for Too Hard for the Radio to help him in some type of way
Hmm.
for the record.
Well, the
So
song's supposed to be like a Mac Mall tribute, right? So Bay Area, that it makes sense. So yeah, that's
yeah,
that's a dope look.
yeah, for sure. So shout out to Kari, man. I love that look. But as far as the project itself, Iceman was good. Now we're all into Habibti. What are your thoughts on Habibti?
Habibti, more the same, man. More mid, more mid. I'm trying to think, is there a record on there that I was feeling like nothing really stood out. And then like one joint that I didn't like was the white bone joint, because he's just like straight up crooning. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, I know there's people that love that. That's Drake's lane for that, but like I said, I'm just here for the bars, man. I'm here for the bars.
You could tell Habibti was the R&B project out of the
Right.
three, right?
Right. Right.
So the way that outlets were going in on Chris Brown for his R&B album it was very questionable, right? When they were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
whole list and all that, I could
Hmm.
see a lot of people feeling the same way about this Habibti project as well. There was
Yeah,
only a
yeah.
couple that I felt like, all right, there was actually like substance. Classic, which was one of them, very good
Hmm.
record. The one with Party Next Door was another good record. And then
Also, okay.
yeah, that one I liked it, but I feel like Party Next Door saved it. That
Okay.
was my thing. I feel like it was not the best, but Party saved it. And then
Hmm.
another thing is like, come on, man. If 21 Savage and Lil Lotto really are dating, why are you throwing them under the bus? There was a line that I caught that he said, "You're messing with a savage like Big Mama." Come on,
Yeah, yeah,
come on, just
yeah. I
let.
mean, throughout the process, you got a lot of questionable bars. Where like the I'm just thinking about like the Gilbert Arenas bar, like in the arenas like Gilbert Arena. I'm like, come on, fam, like you're better than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you had 2 years. Like, I don't feel like he has a team that would tell him, be like, hey man, maybe we should adjust this verse or come a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him. I don't really think he has that. Like he's always talking about how he has less and less real friends. It's like clearly, you know what I'm saying? Like you need some of those real friends in the studio telling you, be like, yo, let's do this, maybe try this. But he said, I'm not in the studio with him, so I mean, I can't call. I'm not OVO, but
He
that's
might
what
he
it
might
seems
need
like.
to bring you in though. He might need to bring you in for the next project. Last but not
Right.
least, Maid of Honor. How are we feeling about that one?
Maid of Honor, I like it a little bit more than the Habibity joint, but it's just, to me it seems like it's catering to the thirst traps and TikTok crowd. Like you can tell, like these are records he wants people to put on their like soundtracks when they're out stunting or whatever. Like Whole Please just screams that. And that's the first record out there on that particular project. You got Sexy Red on there. The Central C joint, it goes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, listen, Drake can make earworms, right? But I don't know. I just don't hear nothing that really like grabs me or holds me like off the rip like other projects he's dropped. So we'll see. And plus, it's still early, right? This is only the first day of drop, so stuff might grow on you, might grow on me, but we'll see. How about you?
out of the three projects, out of the three albums, this was my least favorite one. This
Mhm.
was a part two. This was a bad version of a part two for Honestly Nevermind. Honestly
Mm.
Nevermind had a little bit more uppity, and it just felt like it was more authentic. This felt very
Right.
inauthentic. The
Yeah.
featured voices on this was awful. Stunna Sandy, Sexy Red, Central C.
Oh
No
man, you know,
disrespect to
Son of
these
Sandy. That was
artists,
man random though. Yeah,
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 man. Like, come on, bro. I mean, then now you gotta explain that to Ice Spice. That's your homie, isn't it? So
right, right.
I'm not a fan of Maid of Honor. I feel like it was a watered down version of Honestly Nevermind, basically. And the feature choice was really bad. The only song on there that I did like was Stuck. That was
Hmm.
all.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
So it's, I mean, it sounded like what Drake's like. What we saying? He's like 1 for 3. It's a good batting average in baseball, but not necessarily in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You drop 3 albums on one day.
if we're being generous, I say 1.5 because Habibti, a little bit of Habibti was good. I really like
Mhm.
Iceman. Habibti was good. Maid of
Mhm.
Honor, he struck out with that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think, like, you know, a lot of people online saying that, you know, it's just strictly like a grab for the charts. He wants to be on the bill, 3 albums on the Billboard charts, and it's like it's kind of like cheap, it cheapens it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it if he like had like 3 albums worth of music that was just so undeniable. It's like, yo, I gotta drop these at the same time because they all go like that. But clearly, like, he should have just whittled this down to just one project, and it probably would have came on stronger, in my opinion, than just trying to hit every. And this is a lot of music to get through. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do this. This is our job. This is our living. We have to, like, you know, dig in, do our due diligence. Like, the average fan might be like, yo, fan. I mean, like, a Drake fan, of course, is gonna soak this up. With the average fan that might be like, Drake, let me check it out. They see 3 albums, like, come on, B, like, you're doing too much right
Fact.
now.
And you can check out the full reactions to the three albums on hiphopwired.com. I'm Weasel, managing editor at Hip Hop Wired, director of content for Hip Hop Wired, Alvin Blanco, and we are out.
Peace.